my dear students. Today we shall start from our previous topic. We were discussing about differences between speed and average, that speed and velocity. Okay. A few more emphasize I want on that topic. It is one of the important topic. So let's see here. We have discussed later or previously some differences between speed and velocity. So today we are going to compare average speed and average velocity. What is the difference between these two? Okay, my dear student, average speed is given as total distance covered per unit time, per unit total time. Similarly, average velocity may be also written as total displacement. Instead of distance we are writing here displacement divided by time taken to cover that displacement is known as average velocity. This average velocity is when object is moving with variable speed. In that case, average velocity will be given by that relation. But when change in speed is uniform, means change in speed is uniform means speed of the object is changing with uniform rate. What do you mean by these two quantity? When we are saying that variable speed, so it may be 30 km per hour, it may be 33 km per hour, it may be 40 km per hour. This is the change, that is variation. There is no equal interval between the magnitude of the speed, means 30 to 33 3 difference, then 33 to 40 7 difference is there. But when we talk about uniform change of rate, uniform means speed may be changed from 30 km per hour to 40 km per hour. Similarly, then 40 to 50 km per hour, 50 km per hour, then 60 km per hour. So dear student, you will observe that 30 to 40 there is a difference of 10 only, then 40 to 50 there is a difference of 10 only, then once again 50 to 60 there is a difference of 10 only. This is known as speed is changing with uniform rate. And in that case, when speed is changing with uniform rate, our average velocity will be given as the arithmetic mean of the initial and final velocity of the object. Let initially object was moving with 30 km per hour, and when finally we are measuring its speed, let it was moving with 60 km per hour, then its average velocity in that case will be given as means there was a uniform rate. It was changing 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So initial velocity is 30 here and final velocity is 60. In that case, average velocity is written as initial speed plus final speed and divided by 2. This is known as arithmetic mean. For example, we have considered that initial speed was 30 and final is 60. Then what will be the average velocity? It will be 90 by 2 and it will be 40 km per hour. One more thing I would like to tell you once again. What do you mean by average speed or average velocity here? It is like that. For example, average speed is that speed with which the object will cover the same distance in equal time as it has covered already with a variable speed. Means that object was moving with 30 km per hour, then 33 km per hour, 40 km per hour, 55 km per hour. Means in between we are accelerating or we are changing speed of our object, or let we are running, or let a bowler is bowling with different speeds. But if he is going to do, or object is going to do same thing with some constant quantity, that is known as average, it will cover the same distance in same interval of time. Let's consider the object has to cover 100 kilometer distance. To cover 100 kilometer distance, object is able to cover 100 kilometer distance in 2 hours. Then object was moving with 60 kilometer per hour, 75 kilometer per hour, 85 kilometer per hour, like that, and it has taken 2 hours. There is some another quantity that it is 80 kilometer per hour. If object will move with the 80 kilometer per hour, then it will cover the 100 kilometer in the 2 hours itself. Numerically it may be wrong that I am speaking, but you need to understand the concept, you need to understand the theory, what I am trying to telling you. Let there is a 100 kilometer distance and object is covering it with some variable speeds in 2 hours. Let that object cover same distance with a constant speed. That constant speed is known as the average speed. Means it is better to move with constant speed, or say average speed, instead of hurry while moving from one place to another place. Okay, my dear student. Then there is one more question regarding that, when that average velocity, is there any relationship between average velocity and average speed? Yes, we are basically studying here about the straight line motion. So for straight line motion, average velocity may be equal to average speed, or say average speed may be equal to average velocity. When it can be? Only in case of straight line motion. Only in case of straight line motion. If someone asks you how you can prove your sentence that for straight line motion average velocity will be equal to average speed. So my dear student, knowing the differences between distance and displacement, we have already observed that in case of straight line motion, when straight line motion is there, distance or displacement may be equal to each other. Okay, dear student. So average, if we talk about, in that case, average speed which is given as total distance covered by time taken, and average velocity by total displacement covered by time taken. So for a straight line motion, these two quantity, total distance and total displacement, will be same, and they have taken the same time. Hence for a straight line motion, average speed may be equal to average velocity. Now to prove or to support our answer or to justify our answer, we are going to discuss a few numerical problems based upon here in your book. So my dear student, here first numerical was that we have already given to you as a homework, but let's do for our YouTube subscribers one more time. Statement is like that. Statement is given for the numerical, and it is like that: an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Means what is happening there? An object is covering 16 meter in 4 seconds, and next what it is doing? Another 16 meter in 2 seconds. So what should be the average speed of the object? Average speed of the object. Average speed of the object. So my dear student, formula for average speed is total distance by total time. So distances are here 16 plus 16, and what is time here? 4 plus 2. Hence it will be 32 by 60, and unit for speed will be meter per second. So it will be your answer. It will be your answer, which comes to be 5.33 meter per second after solving. Then there is a little activity is given there. Let's try to throw some light on that activity, my dear student. I am on page number 101 of your NCERT book for class 9th. Okay, so activity is given. It is like that: measure the time it takes you to walk from your house to a bus stop or to your school. If you consider that your average walking speed is 4 km per hour, 4 km per hour, your average speed is given here. Average speed, what is given here in your activity? Average speed is given. Average speed, and that average speed is given 4 km per hour. 4 km per hour. What is asked here? Estimate the distance of the bus stop or school from your house. So how will you estimate? So from the speed formula, we can calculate average speed is given as distance upon time, total distance upon time. So my dear student, here you need to calculate that distance. Average speed is given to you. It is given to you 4 km per hour. So we can write the magnitude of the average speed. What is next? We need to calculate distance. But what to do with time? Time is not given to us, but it is mentioned that measure the time it takes you to walk from your house to your bus stop. You need to measure that time. Let you start walking from your home at 9:30 and you reached at that bus stop or your school after 15 minutes. So time will be 15 minutes. By knowing these values, my dear student, we can calculate the distance. Let it is 4 minutes. Let it is 4 minutes. But for standard unit, that minute can be changed into second. So let's change this minute into second. 1 minute is having 60 seconds. So 4 is multiplied by 60. 4 average speed was given as 4 km per hour. That speed may be also changed into SI system of unit. That is 4 into 4 km 1000, and 1 hour is having second. This much 3600. So after that, my dear student, we can write 40 upon 36 meter per second. This will be here 40 upon 36. 4 km can be changed into meter per second. This must be also known to you. 1 km is having 1000 meter and 1 hour is having 3600 second. By dividing them, what we can observe, it comes to be 40 by 30. So now distance will be measured into meter. So for distance we are having same, and we are going to multiply, cross multiply that 4 into 60. So after multiplying and dividing, one can measure the distance from house to bus stop or house to school. This activity you need to repeat, my dear student. When schools will be open, you need to measure time, and average speed may be noted down from the bus driver. If there is a speedometer, it can be measured easily. Every school bus is having speed limit. They can't cross over that speed limit. So you can ask about this speed. Time you can note from your wristwatch or with your stopwatch, etc. Then easily you will be able to measure distance. Okay, so this is how we can use that average speed formula to perform a few activities. Let's try to do a few more things. One more thing is given here. I need to discuss these activities. Numericals you can easily do from your book. So dear student, one numerical is like that, or one activity is like that. Sorry. One numerical is like that. It is given, numerical is given, and that final we will discuss today only. This much only we will discuss. For 3 or 5 more minutes we are going to discuss. So dear student, it is given at a time when it is cloudy, there may be frequent thunder and lightning. The sound of thunder takes some time to reach you after you see the lightning. In our rainy season, often we can observe that lightning is taking place in the sky. Okay, also it is producing some sound. But what happened? Lightning is seen earlier than we hear the sound. So what is the reason behind that? We can apply the same concept over here, that of average speed or distance, why it is happening. So my dear student, you need to remember for that speed of sound in air, if we talk about speed of sound in air, it is given as 346 average speed, 346 meter. Average speed of sound in air is given as 346 meter. But speed of light in air is approximately 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, which is very large in comparison to that. So why we can observe light earlier than that sound? So from this formula, it may depend upon time, how much time it is taking to reach us. So my dear student, using that average speed formula, we can write first for sound we are writing here. It will be total distance divided by time taken. Hence, time can be calculated, or say you can calculate distance once again. First you need to one thing you can note down over here. If you have been asked about distance, so you can easily find out that. Now if we are talking about, let both are at same distance, because thundering is taking place at common distance. Let distance is common for both lightning and that thunder are taking place at the same place, means result will be that distance will be same for all. So what should be time? Time will be same distance upon average speed. So my dear student, when we talk about sound and we are dividing something by 346, that distance, one can measure the time. Okay. Similarly for lightning, time will be equal to, because distance between the two is same, both phenomena are taking place on the same height or at the same distance, but here the denominator is becoming more and more higher or of large magnitude. When something is divided by larger and larger quantity, its magnitude keep becoming smaller and smaller. Let 100 kilometers is the distance. When 100 kilometers is the distance and we are dividing it 346, it will give you some value. Okay. Then what will happen when we are dividing this same 100 with that much, 3 into 10 raised to power 8. If we write 3 into 10 raised to power 8, so 8 zeros will be there. Okay, so very large quantity we are dividing with, so this magnitude will be very small, hence it takes less time to reach us. That is the reason behind that, while thunder and lightning is taking place, we can see the lightning first, but we hear the sound later. For further queries, you can leave comment in the comment box, or you can personally contact me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, my dear student, that's it for today. Thank you for your cooperation.